Barbershop Conversations. Hit the subscribe and the like button today.
Barbershop Conversation, guys. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. So I just had this thought. The past couple of weeks, um, there's been a lot of mentions, a lot of chatter about Shawn Porter, Andre Berto, whether they will fight, whether they won't fight. And when I was covering the Leo Santa Cruz call Frampton, if I had the opportunity to spend some time with the Porters, and they expressed how much they wanted that fight, and when actuality, Andre Berto actually responded via Twitter. Fight Hype broke the news, I believe. Fight Hype did a great job. I believe Ben or someone from Fight Hype actually called him because Andre Berto responded rather immediately. I say within 30 minutes of everyone posting that interview from the media room with Shawn Porter and Kenny Porter explaining that they want the fight and they can give Andre Berto basically what he desires for that fight. Now my question now is, why hasn't Andre Berto responded since? He didn't respond to the second phase of the wanting to fight Shawn Porter, because I believe Andre Berto says, "Keep my name out your mouth, or I put my hands on you outside the ring," which doesn't make sense because you're a prize fighter. I would never want a boxer to get into a street fight. Never. We all saw Mitch Green's face, and better yet, pride. It's just not cool, man. We rather see you guys fight with tact, fight with skill and intelligence, as opposed to reacting off emotions and dumb shit like that. So my question now is, Shawn Porter was very visceral in the interview, and he wants to fight. He responded to Andre Berto saying he raised his levels of emotion when he said he's gonna put hands on him outside the ring. And so my question now to Andre Berto is, you said 2017, nobody's ducking nobody, but you're a big name fighter. With all due respect, I know you've had some setbacks, but you're still of high value in boxing. If someone fights you, you can definitely galvanize your contemporary fighter. But in terms of boxing, um, when are you going to fight? Because you say no ducking in 2017, and I've interviewed Andre Berto 75 times at least, and absolutely great person to interview, very charismatic, you know. Um, but I want to know, when is Andre Berto fighting and who is he fighting? And I want to know, when is Shawn Porter fighting and who is he fighting? And the gauntlet, you have been challenged, and I'm waiting on a response. I don't know what the hell is going on. So, but I just want to see some boxing. My next video is gonna be about Earl Spence and Kell Brook. They just bullshitting. Earl Spence around, and that's what I don't want. And so and I don't know if they're bullshitting the Porters, if Andre Berto is just bullshitting them, same thing as Kell Brooks and Eddie Hearn is doing them, because it's just asinine. You know what I mean? I know boxing is a business. Andre Berto, you deserve to get your $1 million for this fight. You've given me about, I've seen you fight about 20 times on Saturday night. So give or take a few. I'll just say 20. You've entertained me a great deal. And I've had the fortunate opportunity to interview you 75 times probably. And but I really want this fight to happen. I think it's a really good fight for both parties, I think it's a pseudo title eliminator. Um, and it makes sense. Luis Collazo calls out Shawn Porter, which is a smart idea. He should have called out Andre Berto as well. He doesn't have a dance partner. Collazo just basically won him a 6-figure payday by knocking out Sammy Vasquez last week. So everyone is rightfully deserving of their money. and everyone has to fight. That's as I know I'm speaking from a reporter's perspective outside the ring, and I'm gonna get challenged, and no way in hell can I beat up a prize fighter inside the ring, but outside the ring, I might be able to get to a bat before they do. I'm joking, but let's make this fight happen. I believe it makes sense. Uh, I think Andre Berto has a distinct hand speed advantage. I think um, Berto's probably been in more championship type level fights. Um, Shawn Porter has the aggression. He's always on the attack. He will forever be in. He's one of the few fighters that if they change the rules to 15 rounds, it would be 15 rounds. He would go 15 rounds. He's one of the few. You know what I mean? So uh make the fight happen. So I'm waiting on a response from Andre Berto, as many people are, as if we're waiting on a response from Kell Brook. I'm like waiting like I like I'm just clamoring for these fights, man. I'm clamoring for Earl Spence, uh, Kell Brook. I'm clamoring for Shawn Porter, um, Andre Berto in Vegas or at the StubHub. I'm clamoring for that fight. I'm clamoring for Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder. I'm clamoring for it. You know, uh, so Berto, 2017, no ducking. Who are you fighting? Um, yeah, because I mean, there's not many left. You know, maybe if Sammy Vasquez beats Luis Collazo, maybe he can put his hat in for fight a top 10 opponent. Oh, so Barbershop Conversations. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Andre Berto, where are you? Barbershop Conversations. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. And just so you guys know, we've heard a lot of hate about PBC and what they're doing. I was looking at the fight calendar from this Friday on. Without PBC, there are no fights to March 4th. I mean, you got Tony Bello, David Hay. Who else you have outside? There's one other fight that may interest you, but from now until March 4th, without PBC, you guys will be starved for boxing. Starved. I'm gonna do a separate video on this, but you will be hard pressed to find great matchups. So, congrats to PBC. Now, PBC make these fights, make the Earl Spence, um, Eddie Hearn fight, and make Shawn Porter and Andre Berto, and finally Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua. I'm sorry I went off on a few tangents, but you know when you do these impulsive videos, you get so many chakras going off in your fucking brain. You like, damn, I want to talk about this, I want to talk about that. But let's stick on. I'll end the message with Andre Berto. Andre Berto, you are on the clock by every person's. I mean, everyone is like literally waiting because you threw the gauntlet down November, December, early January. No one is ducking nobody. 2017 is the year of the fighter, basically. Like in China, like in Chinese New Year, year of the pig, year of the cow, whatever the case may be. This is year of the fighter, according to Andre Berto. Someone will be standing at the top of the mountain at the end of 2017 because we are fighting each other. I'm basically summarizing what his quote was. So Barbershop Conversations. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Andre Berto. Shawn Porter has responded to you challenging him to a fight in the streets, but he wants to fight you inside the ring. Will you sign the contract to fight him in the ring? Barbershop Conversations. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.